Hey guys, and welcome to Brodie's Kitchen, where this time out we're going to be making finger-licking good millionaires shortbread. Yum-tastic. All right, let's get down to what the ingredients are. Right, you're going to want 2 tins of condensed milk. Now, when you're buying that, that's going to be close to evaporated milk. Don't confuse the two. Condensed milk you want 2 tins of, and they're just shy of 400 grams each. You're going to want butter. You're going to want 275 grams of butter. I've separated them out because you're going to want 175 grams and you're going to want 100 grams separate to that. You're going to want 75 grams of caster sugar, and you're also going to want 100 grams of soft brown sugar or muscovado sugar. 250 grams of plain flour, and for the very last topping part, you're going to want 200 grams of cooking chocolate. A bowl, and you're going to want a cooking tray. It's about 1.5 inches deep, and it's about 12 inches long, 8 inches wide. Anything around there is fine. I've gone for deep because we're going to be layering this up. So first stage, we're going to cook the shortbread. So let's put the ingredients for that to one side. Then we're going to be making the filling, which is the caramel. And then lastly, we're going to be dealing with the chocolate. Right, we're going to be making the shortbread. So tip the flour in, that's again 250 grams plain white, 75 grams caster sugar, in that goes. And this is 175 grams of softened butter. I've had this out now, I don't know, 20 minutes. It doesn't much matter because you're going to get your hands on this, squeeze it away. But you don't want to take it straight out of the fridge and then do this. So mix all of that, the sugar and the flour, before you get the butter in on it. And then with the butter, look at that. Get the kids involved. And that's, oh, lovely. So you just want to keep squeezing that, and that will incorporate all the flour, all the sugar, and all the butter. What you're looking to do is get it down into a nice doughy thing at the end. It's a lot less sticky than you imagine it's going to be, because obviously the flour, every time you squeeze it, you're exposing the butter, and the flour's taking that up. I'm going to say very happy with that. So what we're going to want to do is now put it into the baking tin, and I've lined it with baking paper, a little bit of oil in there just to give it something to hang on to. And the tray being that size for this amount is going to make a decent base thickness. Okay, that just wants to go in and then get pushed into every corner. You can roll that out if you wish on the table first, making it roughly the size, and then just tidy up the bits that don't quite meet the corner. Or you can do it the fun way. That I'm now going to prick with a fork, and then I'm going to pop it into a preheated oven, 180 for 20 minutes. Okay, and keep your eye on it. Right, that's 20 minutes. That was on 180, and that's a fan assisted. Let's get it out and let's hope it looks gorgeously golden. I'm going to say that looks fantastic. First thing to notice is, where's all the little holes? They're not there. They've all closed up and gone away. But I'm very happy with that. That looks champion. Now, obviously, it's as hot as Hades, so we're going to let that cool down before we put the filling on top. Stage 1 done. That's us got our base of shortbread, and that's looking fantastic. Now we're going to concentrate on making the filling, the caramel. So we've got 2 tins, we've got 100 grams of butter, and we've got 100 grams of soft brown, or as I said, muscovado Right, we're going to put these in a pot, and then we're going to put a gentle heat under that and make sure everything melts together. Then very slowly we're going to bring that to a boil, stirring all the time. The trick with this is that you want to keep it moving, you don't want it to catch. We're going to gently warm it, make sure it's all melted, and then we're going to raise the temperature, bring it to a boil, and then we're going to knock it right back down to a very low simmer and keep spinning it around. We're going to do that until you notice it beginning to thicken, okay? Just as it begins to thicken, that's about when you're ready to roll, okay? Now, in the making of it, by the smallest of degrees, you might notice that it just catches. Not burnt, but just catches. You'll see that, so you might see little bits coming through it, but what we're going to do now is that. That's what you want, and it's already sorting itself out. All of that looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm not going to complain about a single bit of that. That is gorgeous. Make sure that that all gets everywhere it wants to be got. And you can see why the pan that you make it helps if it's got that little, a bit of depth to it, because you're piling that in. Look at that. Look at that. Let's do a bit of that. And leave that to settle and cool. That's cool, just leave that. So the only thing, let that cool. Then the only thing we need to do is make that chocolate, get that all melted down and get that poured over the top. Stage 3, which is the chocolate part, because this, yeah, that's had a good bit of time to cool down. I've poured some boiling water in here, and you can use anything, any bowl. All you're really going to do is break the chocolate up, throw it in there, put it into that, and then just let it move. And when it's fully melted, we're going to put it on top. Simple as that, nothing at all complicated. It doesn't have to be tiny bits, you just want it in there. It's going to melt, so. Right, and now I'm going to put that there. And that's it, that's the magic. Put it in and watch it begin to melt. See, alchemy, absolute chocolate alchemy. I'm not seeing any lumps, so I'm going to make the executive decision that that is all ready to be put on top of that. So, should we start in the middle? That is it. Leave that to go cool and let that chocolate harden. I could make that serve two. I would cut the end bit off and they could have that. Let's get it out and let's get it on there and let's get it cut open. So baking paper, a little bit of oil underneath there. See, just lifts straight out. Well, there you go, it lifts out. So we don't need that, and we don't need that. Now that has been sat for about an hour. Look at that. All right, let's be generous. I'm going to say that looks pretty gorgeous. Right then, look at that, we made Millionaire's shortbread. It's really nice. Nice and easy, I hope. I mean, I've made this, you can make this. Don't rush yourself, don't put yourself under any kind of pressure. Let us know in the comments box if you've made this, how you got on. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and if you'd like to check out our Patreon, you'll find some extra content there. I hope you've enjoyed joining us here, and I'll see you next time in Brodie's Kitchen.